Lewis Hamilton has been spotted out in public for the first time since his defeat to Max Verstappen in Abu Dhabi. The 7-time Formula One world champion was seen grabbing an iced coffee while out in California. Hamilton has not officially confirmed whether or not he'll be returning to the track this year after the fallout from last year's final race in Abu Dhabi. The Brit lost out on the Drivers' Championship title to Verstappen after a controversial finale to the 2021 season. Rumours have since circulated suggesting that he may not return to the sport over frustrations about the FIA and Michael Massey. His decision will be dependent on the inquest into the title-deciding race, which will be published 2 days before the start of the season. However, it was recently revealed that he will be at the launch of the Mercedes 2022 car. Toto Wolff and his team appear to be optimistic about his return, with Mercedes posting plenty of Hamilton content on their social media channels. And Mercedes test and reserve driver Nick de Vries has dropped a major hint over Lewis Hamilton's immediate future, suggesting Lewis will return to F1. De Vries is currently racing for Mercedes in Formula E and has recently been put forward as a potential alternative to Hamilton in the event of the latter's departure. However, it seems as though he will not be stepping up this year after revealing that he does not speak about the possibility of a future F1 seat with Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff. "We have regular contact, but we didn't talk about Formula One," De Vries told Leola One when quizzed on the topic. "But I'm not actively working on it anymore. Next year is a new season. Let's see what happens. I'll do my job as well as I can." Most Formula One drivers have returned to pre-season training, including George Russell. The young star is expected to go toe-to-toe with his new teammate this year, which could make for an even more thrilling title race. Williams team principal Jos Capito has given an insight into how George Russell will be feeling about the threat of Lewis Hamilton's retirement from F1. Calling time on his F1 career could deny Russell the chance to compete alongside one of the best drivers in history, an issue which Capito, the 23-year-old's former boss, has shared his thoughts on. "I don't care about it. I don't care whether he drives or not," was Capito's blunt response. "It's totally irrelevant. Really totally irrelevant." However, he did go on to say that it would be beneficial for young drivers who might get an opportunity to race in Formula One if the veteran steps away. In an interview with German outlet RTL NTV, he said, "They always say there are not enough places for young drivers. And then I think if someone has been world champion 7 times, he has actually done enough and could make room for a youngster. Why not? For me, Hamilton's retirement would be bad for George, because then he wouldn't be able to beat him, and I think he would like to beat him. I wouldn't begrudge George that. He is no longer a rough diamond, but already a partially polished diamond. He's a bit away from the potential he can have. He can certainly develop and improve again at Mercedes. Although it has to be said that most people want Hamilton to return, and most people expect him to." Former Formula One driver David Coulthard believes Hamilton will continue in a bid to win a record-breaking 8th Drivers' Championship. "I think the reality is, the shock was probably far less for him, Hamilton, than it would have been for Toto or the rest of the team or his fans," Coulthard told The Telegraph. "I can't compare myself to Lewis in terms of success or speed, but one thing I can relate to is that emotional detachment once the moment's gone. The euphoria of success wears off quickly, and the disappointment of defeat wears off quite quickly as well. The big decision was made when he committed to that new 2-year Mercedes contract midway through the season. I don't think Abu Dhabi changes anything. As it stands, the decision on Hamilton's future could rest on an internal inquiry led by the FIA regarding the contentious season finale at Yas Marina, which divided opinion in the F1 world. The verdict of the investigation, which could see Massey sacked, is set to be revealed shortly before the start of the new season. Others have called for the race director to receive better support, with suggestions that they could share the role or have an assistant back them up. Changes in the way team bosses can communicate with the race director are also set to be implemented for the 2022 season. Wolff and his Red Bull counterpart, Christian Horner, were both extremely vocal during the Abu Dhabi title decider, and avoiding such instances in the future could rid the sport of the kind of controversy which could see Hamilton call it a day. Speaking to Austrian newspaper Vorarlberger Nachrichten, the FIA's single-seater director Peter Bayer, who will make proposals to F1 teams and the FIA based on the results of the investigation, said he could not rule out the possibility that Massey is replaced as race director. "Michael has done a great job in many ways," he said. "We definitely don't want to lose him. We told him that. But also, there is a possibility that there may be a new race director. I can only make proposals to the World Council, and they will definitely include Michael. So, with the news that Michael Massey may be staying on with the FIA, it once again put the future of Lewis Hamilton in doubt. Plenty of F1 principals and drivers have expressed their hope that they see Hamilton return for 2022. And Mick Schumacher is no different. He is also keen on receiving advice from mentor and friend Sebastian Vettel. But the Haas driver says Lewis Hamilton also provided him with guidance during his rookie year in F1. Yeah, definitely. He's always been very open to giving advice to me in the position I was in, the Haas Charger told Crash.net. Also, already back in the day when my dad wasn't with Mercedes anymore, I did get the chance to come to a few races and see him there. It's been definitely nice knowing that when he had the time, he was able to talk to me about certain things. Those conversations are obviously private. Some of it is related to racing, but most of it is just on a friendly basis. Schumacher admitted that sharing the grid last year with several of his father's former rivals, Vettel, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso and Kimi Raikkonen, it was a bit surreal, as it likely was for the latter. Yeah, thinking that they raced 2 generations, it must be surreal for them too, he said. It must make them feel like they've been in the sport for quite a while. Unfortunately, it was not as much battling as I would like it to be, but hopefully some of them are going to be there next year, so hopefully I can repay the favour and get to battle them again. So Hamilton has been offering a helping hand to the up-and-coming stars on the grid. But what about senior racers? His now former Mercedes co-star Valtteri Bottas has revealed that he was left confused by his parting gift from the team. Valtteri Bottas has revealed that he was given a sensational parting gift from Mercedes that left him in hysterics following his move to Alfa Romeo. Bottas has replaced 2007 Formula 1 world champion Kimi Raikkonen at the Swiss-based outfit, with George Russell replacing the Finn at the Silver Arrows. Bottas enjoyed 5 success-laden seasons with Mercedes after replacing 2016 world champion Nico Rosberg following the German's sudden retirement. The Finn played a vital role as Mercedes romped to 5 Constructors' Championships in a row, while teammate Hamilton won 4 Drivers' Championships to draw level with the great Michael Schumacher on 7. Bottas acted as support for Hamilton as he pursued an 8th title, which was controversially snatched from him by Red Bull star Max Verstappen. The 32-year-old never seemed to live up to the expectations, but he was a very well-respected member of the Mercedes juggernaut thanks to his agreeable nature. As a result, his teammates wanted to give him a gift as a thank you for his work during his time with the German manufacturer. Bottas admitted the gift was a surprise that ultimately confused him. They had a little surprise when I came to the factory on the last day, Bottas said on his Finnish podcast Suora Puhetta Minusta. They gave me my first winning car in 2017. Just a nice gift. I don't have room for it now though. Bottas is preparing for a new challenge at Alfa Romeo now with his status as the lead driver. The Finn became accustomed to support Hamilton and spearhead Mercedes' charge for both world titles. At Alfa Romeo though, Bottas will have to assume the role of lead driver and reliable veteran. His role will be under the microscope, particularly as Guan Yu Zhou is his rookie partner. Bottas will be expected to inspire the team as they enter the new era of regulations with plenty of hope to impress. The 23-race 2022 campaign begins on the 18th to the 20th of March, with winter testing for the all-new generation of cars underway from the 23rd of February.